Hello, hi there, lovely Librans, and welcome to my channel. I'm Bella, the Secret Psychic, and this is your love forecast for February 2017. Please do like, share, and subscribe if you like what I have to say here today. And if you'd like to know more about my services, just look at the links below. So we're going to quickly go on to what's coming up and things for you to consider as you go through February. And how I work is I work with my spirit guides, so it's my spirit guides that sort of give me the information for you to be thinking about in this kind of general way when it comes to love. I would say here at the beginning of the month, the way it's been shown to me, that because you are in a lot more settled and stable place with other things in your life that were practically distracting you, and for those of you who see my other readings, it may have taken your eye off the ball when it came to your love life in particular, either wanting to embark on finding somebody or you're in a connection where you perhaps wasn't giving it the attention. This is the month very much that you're giving lots of attention to it. It feels to me that because you feel so settled and stable and the balance has been brought back to you, that actually you're able to do that in a very effective and very generous way. So it feels to me that you definitely, your whole attention is back to that area, and how you can demonstrate that with doing things. So I get lots of doing. So you going out for dinners, making arrangements to date people, or buying a gift for somebody that you love almost before Valentine's Day. Like, you want to show it in abundance from the get-go. It doesn't have to be about special occasions and days, but also I feel for you, because there's a recognition that perhaps your eye's been off the ball in that area where you've been a bit consumed with other things, that you feel like it's like playing catch up a little bit, that you need to kind of catch up with your love life and put in the work, again, whether you're single or in a connection. So you just feel happy to do it. And for those who are in your energy at that time, new or existing, feel really happy about it. They're really grateful because they've not been they've been concerned, I think, for those who've been in connections. And for those who are meeting people for the new time, they're like, wow, he's good or she's good, I'm really happy about this person I've met, because the generosity flows from you and you mean it. In the second week, I feel here that those of you who've been in a longer term connection where perhaps that person feels that you were ignoring them, and it's obviously their feeling, and a little bit of it was true, but it wasn't meant, they might want to remind you about it. I think it's their way of checking that you are the way you was in the first week, that isn't going to suddenly change. So I think it's just their anxiety coming out, but you don't seem to want to hear it because you're in a bit of a happy place. And also you've been putting in lots of generosity and lots of hard work, that you don't want to hear somebody criticize you about that or question you about that. So it feels very much you've got your hands on your ears going, I don't want to hear this because I'm trying my best. And that will include those who have got a new person, you've showered all this generosity on them, and then they kind of want to question you. It is their thing. Some of it's come from a real place, or some of it, particularly if you're meeting a new person, it's because they've had a bad experience and they're just checking that you're not made of the same stuff. By you not listening, you do send the wrong message to them, because it will compound their anxiety that perhaps that what they're feeling is correct. So I know the temptation to put your hands on your ears at that time, considering you're doing very well and trying to give them the attention, maybe something that annoys you. But if you can, particularly if you've seen this, try not to. They kind of need that. And sometimes in relationships, well, not sometimes, all the time, it's about trying to help fulfill the best we can somebody else's needs. And at that moment in time, that person, if you truly do care about them, just needs you to say, yeah, we're good, I'm happy, or I love you. So try to resist doing the not listening, as annoying as it is, because I can see from your efforts you're like, oh yes, no, my attention's back here now on my love life and I'm doing all I can. Why aren't you happy? They're just worried. You can understand if you were in a place where suddenly somebody pulled away and then they suddenly came forward, you'd be like, well, how long is this going to last? Is it going to last forever? They're just checking. I just get here then after that. I think it depends on how you take it, because if you keep your hands on your ears, and you might be in for a bit of what I call a time of you feeling like you lost a bit of communication again. But if you do listen to me and just say I love you or I like you or whatever it is, then you won't feel like the communication has gone off, basically. So they're basically saying, depending on how you act in that kind of second week, will affect your communication with that person one way or another, and not in a good way. So do continue to give your generosity the way you did in the beginning. I feel whatever path you take, you will get to better communication, because it seems to bother you that person then sort of stands back because they're protecting themselves, because they didn't hear what they wanted to hear. They're protecting themselves because they don't want to be hurt anymore. So you end up at the end, and particularly as we get to the 26th, which is the solar eclipse about new beginnings, you wanting to do the very thing you should have done in the second week, which is to tell them, I do like you, I do love you, we are secure, we are good, I'm not going to disappear, or whatever it is, my attention is not going to go because I'm in control about things. And also, and for those of you who would have seen my general reading, it's also a time for you, for those where it's not necessarily to do with love romantically, but love of a person, a younger person in particular, that you need to tell them, whether it's tough love or good love, you need to tell them something that they need to hear in order to help them feel better and to progress. But even if you think that person's being immature by not communicating with you or being like this, they do need you to say something, and it's not helping by you standing back and not saying anything. But you'll get it, because you do, it's been shown to me, you will in the end say the very thing that you needed to say earlier. But you do it in such a great way. Oh gosh, you do it in such a great way, because the way they're showing it to me is, about lobsters and how lobsters mate for life. Whatever you say makes that person feel that secure, that great. So well done you. Whatever you say to that person, which was long overdue, makes that person feel like they're in the best connection ever. Because actually being with a Libra is a great connection to have, because it's so balanced and good and everything, that I could gush about. So, and then you mean it as well. Whatever you say, you actually do mean. And that includes, if you're meeting someone new, you feel really good to be in that person's energy, and that you believe that you can commit to them. You believe that this has progress and potential. So whatever you're saying to them is coming from a place of belief, even if you don't know where it's going. At that moment, you believe that they're special. So it's good. And I believe also, for those of you who are in long-term connections, because you mean that, you really do mean it. One thing about Libras, when they're committed, they are committed. They don't go back. They are lobsters. And I think that's why you get frustrated, because you're like, I know I went around the houses, but I'm always here. And I know I got distracted with things, but I'm always here. And when I give my generosity, I give it a lot. So please don't make me feel bad about it. But they don't mean to. They just are a wee bit insecure. But you marvellously fix that at the end of the month at the very latest. Hopefully you do it a lot sooner. Anyway, I think it's the way it's shown to me, it sets you in very good stead for the rest of your year in the romantic way with that person, for the next few months at least. So I do hope that's helped give you a sort of general feel and overview to what's coming up in your love life for the month of February 2017. Again, if you like this, do like, subscribe and share. If you want to know more about my services or get a personal reading, then the links are just below. I've been Bella, and it's been super great to give you this forecast today. Take care. Bye-bye.